Hey guys, so before the video begins, I just want to encourage you to join my Discord. The link will be in the description. It's the best place to find me. Just talk to me. I ping when my videos go live and when my stream goes live. And I'm streaming a lot this summer, so make sure you tune in there as well. Enjoy the video. So I haven't really done a let's talk about on a weapon in a bit. It's been a few videos at least. I think last time we did was Guitars, I think. So now I wanted to look at blasters or gauntlets. And honestly, you know what? Let's try with gauntlets. Let's play some Petra. Let's talk about gauntlets. Are they good, bad? Any buffs, nerfs needed? Are they fine where they are? You know, do they just not really fit with the meta? Stuff like that. But right now in the game, there's a lot of good gauntlet characters. But it's pretty much, I don't want to say universally agreed on, but Petra is one of the strongest gauntlet characters, if not the strongest, just because she has an insane end sig and side sig. Even D sig's really, really good. But side sig, you can't really punish and get gauntlets. Side sig's insanely hard to punish. Granted, he does have Lance, so that does make it a little harder. But side sig's dummy hard to punish. End sig, you can set up out of sidelight really, really well. And get some early kills that way. Obviously, you don't want to fish for it, though, because then that makes it a lot easier. But gauntlets are in a spot where I think... I used to think they still needed a buff. And I thought it would be in the form of even recovery more force. I'm not too sure if they're going to do that. I also think that Dare is likely to maybe get something. But at this point, I just think Dare could be getting some sort of buff. Other than that, I don't think they're going to be nerfing gauntlets or touching them in any way. I forget who it was that made the point to me, or made me start thinking about it. But gauntlets aren't even really, they're not bad. They're not underpowered or anything. Their place in the meta is just so poor. Both of the weapons that counter it are at their best right now, being hammer and bow. Can we get him? Yeah, both of them they're at their peak right now, and I don't think they're gonna Sig? Yep. I don't think they're gonna nerf bow at all. I think they're gonna nerf hammer. That'd be crazy if I don't know. That'd be crazy if they didn't, but that's just my thought. Both of those weapons, the trades you can get on gauntlets are really, really insane. One thing I always say about gauntlets is that they struggle landing sometimes, and both bow and hammer have very good tools to stop that. Okay, what do I do here, right? It's the best thing I can do is weapon down throw. Doing gauntlet dare is your other option, or a ground pound, but even those I don't think are the best courses of action for sure. This guy trying to go a little crazy. There we go. Yeah, another thing about Petra Sig's, it's just stupid fast, but that goes for a lot of gauntlet characters. You know, let's actually swap it up. Every game, let's play a different one. Now, let's rock Val. So yeah, bow and hammer are really the only ones right now, at least, that are I think insanely good counters to gauntlets. Other than that, I used to say Guitars I think are not the best for gauntlets, but if you space out with D-Light, I think they're pretty good. However, Guitars can, present the same issue where if you are in the air with gauntlets, then it's gonna be a problem, because it's gonna just be struggle to land if they're catching you with D-Lights and M-Lights. I feel like I've only hit this guy with Nair. 1, 2. Another reason I ended up actually deciding to do gauntlets today was because I met a sub goal on Twitch, twitch.tv/Phazon, to do a gauntlet guide. So expect a gauntlet guide sooner than later. Should be pretty nice. I'm gonna have someone edit it. But hopefully it will be, you know, it's not gonna be, I don't think, egg soup production quality, right? But it's gonna get the point across. It's gonna cover hopefully everything that I want to cover in it. It's gonna cover probably matchups, characters, or each individual characters and their like specific reads. Kind of some stuff I've already mentioned. This video, you could almost sum this up as like a overview of what's to come. But yeah, I think Gauntlets also right now do a pretty good job into the heavy weapons. I get told that Lance into Gauntlets is like really bad. Maybe it's just because I've played it so much, but to me, Lance into Gauntlets I think is really good. I think Gauntlets do a pretty good job actually contesting Lance off stage. As silly that might sound, you'd be like, oh, but I thought, you know, I thought Gauntlets, or I thought Lance was just so bad off stage. And it's like, well, sort of. Recovery is actually like, it can feel impossible to recover sometimes. Or it can feel impossible to punish because of the way it's set up. That's a bad drop. Toss. Good throw. He's gonna be, oh, I thought I was gonna spike him. He didn't kill me with that though. Yeah, he's dead. So on Shang, I'm gonna show you how to do some like different reads, because I think Gauntlets, especially off of, honestly it depends on the character, but on certain characters you can definitely hit like really, really good reads with using the SIGs. Gauntlets they're a weapon that can really do a good job with that. Scythe is a weapon that you can also incorporate the SIGs really, really well on a lot of the characters. Mordex being like the best one. I inputted that the wrong way. I've had a problem with inputting that the wrong way. But I was gonna do Enlight into Enlight and then into a side SIG, and it would have hit, because the second swing of side SIG can catch spot dodge if they end up spot dodging, or if they dodge in, then they're gonna get hit by the first one. All right, when it comes to off stage with Gauntlets, still really solid. Sarah's your best friend, so is Ground Pound. Against something like Axe too, like you need, if you're gonna play Gauntlets, like you just have to like play the offstage game most of the time at least. It's just, that's something where Gauntlets have always excelled, and even if they lose to something on stage, or like, you know, it might feel bad on stage, you can still turn stuff around so easily. Right here, okay, he has that. Caught him with another nair, even though I let him get back. Try to catch him with D-Sig sliding off. He's gonna SIG, yeah. Bomb? He had to dodge a bomb. Okay. Oh, can I hit egg drop? There we go. Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's finish this off with Gauntlets. Let's see if I can actually hit some, like, at least one SIG read that I was, wanted to show. Ooh, GCD light. Okay. He did dodge in there. I think if I didn't dash, it would have hit. He should have just ground pounded me, honestly. He's gonna SIG. Yep. Ah. There we go. Oh, I almost caught it. Sometimes just ripping an N-SIG is so worth it. I'm actually gonna try and do that off D-Light. I think it's like 2-3 frames off the N-SIG, and it catches like everywhere, as you saw there. Like he dodged up and in, it caught a ton. Also, Sidelight into GCD SIG can catch a bunch of different dodges as well, so it's a good opening read. You know what? Let's actually finish it off with Onyx. Newest character has Gauntlets. I've thought about playing this character as well. a lot of fun. So let's beep it. Oh yeah, something that also reminds me by looking at the stats for Onyx is Dex on Gauntlets, like a lot of other weapons, doesn't matter at all. Like really just doesn't matter. So on Shang, if you're running Dex stance, you're probably gonna be doing it for spear. Or not even Dex stance. If you're running anything but like strength stance, you're doing it for Dex on spear probably because you don't want to lose that, which I get. Okay. All right, Gauntlet dittos off stage. Caught him again. You got a fast recovery. Surprised he didn't D-sig there. Caught his recovery though. Yeah, Sair right now on Gauntlets. I mean, Sair's kind of useful everywhere. You're gonna see people hitting you with that on stage, off stage, wherever they can. It's a pretty easy weapon to get like in the habit of using, and I don't think it's like a bad thing necessarily. This guy dodges in a lot, but you just got to be careful because you don't want to get in the habit of relying on one move too much because it also might ruin the opportunity for other punishes. So that's another thing when it comes to Gauntlet punish game. You can be super creative, but understand that there is going to be probably a like an optimal combo to do in certain situations. And that's fine. Like, do the thing that everyone else does if that thing is legitimately just like the best of it. Don't feel forced to like figure out all this stuff on your own. A lot of the stuff on Gauntlets have already been like labbed out. Yeah, cannon again. Okay. I kind of want to finish this off with Gauntlets. Where's Gauntlets? Maybe we can hit something a little cheeky. I don't know. We could hit maybe like Silite. Wait, I didn't want to do just normal recovery because I always find that read kind of lame. But that's a really good like starting read. Another good opening read to do on Gauntlets that you can do on every character. Okay. Stalling with Sair. Nothing new. Yeah. He was just waiting though. Maybe I could have gone earlier because pretty much all that happened there was I ended up burning all my jumps just by Sairing. Okay. Oh, and that does it. All right. Those were good games. That's my thoughts on Gauntlets. I think the meta is just actually bad for them. I don't think necessarily that there's any one part of them that is really desperate for some sort of buff. Like I said, the only one that could be is Dare, maybe Recovery. But other than that, it's really just the meta and the other weapons surrounding it being better. The counters just being better. So, hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.